All right, mateys. It's been a little bit of a while since I've been back at the boat. You know, we had our road trip. We went out and visited all of our sons, our 3 sons, and one in New Jersey, out to Wisconsin. And I tell you what, we just missed it in Wisconsin. We no sooner came back out here to Virginia, and Wisconsin got 8 inches of snow. I missed it. I didn't get to run the snowblower. I'm okay with that. So now I'm back at the boat. Got a few projects that I want to do before I head south, and I'll share some of those with you. One of the things that I wanted to do is change the name of the boat. When I got the boat, it was named 36 Seas in Roman numerals. So people, you know, they look at it, 36, where's 36 Seas? Triple X, is that a bra size? Is it a porno boat? You know, what I tell everybody is that I think that the previous owner, it's a takeoff of one of Buddha's philosophies, one of the Buddhas, that there were 6 senses, the 6th one being religion. And when you're at peace with yourself and nature, your senses are enhanced by 6, hence 36 senses. But since I'm on the water, it's 36 seas. Well, all right, that's a story I'm putting down. But you know what I want to change it to is Epicurean, because Epicurean is in search of sensual pleasures, sight, sound, taste, hear, touch, you know, and that's kind of what I look at this whole thing as about. I'll get into more of that later, but so I had to get some new letters for it. Well, I went to DI Lettering on the internet there, and they sent me this. I think it's going to look pretty neat. You know, Epicurean. But here's the story on that. When they sent it to me the first time, post office friggin' lost it. I get this notice that it couldn't be delivered or whatever. So I emailed the guys, and they were very polite and nice about it, and so they ran another one and they sent it to me UPS. It arrived today. So, yeah, this is not a paid advertisement, guys. I'm just telling you straight out. DIYlettering.com, the most economical price, great selection of everything, super service. I mean, it was very, very nice of them to do that for me, and I wanted to give them a shout out that if you guys are thinking about changing the name or you need some lettering, check them out, will you? And like I say, this is not a paid advertisement. I'm just doing this for these guys, really, because they've been so nice to me on this. But now, okay, so I'm changing the name. I'm not going through all that hullabaloo of how to change a name, you know, superstition. I'm not a superstitious guy. That's bad luck to be superstitious, so I'm not doing it. So I got to do that. Now, another thing that I'm doing on the boat is I'm putting on a diesel heater. I have it on. That's going to take a whole nother videos on some of the little things that I've learned. You know, there's a lot of videos out there on how to install the diesel heaters. Most of the time they're showing it on a barn or in a van or in a big boat where there's plenty of room. I'm on a 30-foot sailboat. I don't have that much room. Little things that they don't tell you about that make a big difference. And what's the difference between, you know, you hear, oh, the Chinese knockoff, okay, is that any good? That's only a couple $100. Or one of the brand names that are $2,000 or $3,000 or $4,000. What's the difference between those? Now, I'm not going to get into a lot of technical detail on that, but I am going to give you my point of view and for what I bought and what I'm doing, and then you make your own decision as to what you want to do with it. So I have that. Then I'm also going to be adding a because I'm using my laptop as my chart plotter with NV charts. So I need to keep it plugged in. So I got this. I'm going to put this in, you know, regular outlet, and then it's got 2 USB chargers. I don't like to put a lot of things on the battery, so I'd like to have it on a dedicated breaker. So I have that. So the crux of that is I'm putting in an additional breaker panel from Paneltronics to handle the diesel heater. This, I am going to be adding AIS later this year and radar later this year. So I'm out of breakers. I mean, we use so much DC power today, and I like everything on dedicated breakers. You know, yeah, I could double up on some of this stuff, but I prefer to be able to pick and choose what I want on and what I want off, you know, like the stove, the refrigerator, the chart plotter, and I'm still using a chart plotter, even though I'm using the tablet as my main one. The chart plotter becomes my backup. That's also my depth sounder. But, you know, we seem to run out of power, and rather than replace the whole panel, a big panel, I'm just going to put in like kind of a sub panel, and I'll do a video on that for you so you can kind of see what's going on with that. But you know, back on what I started about earlier, and I guess what it is luxury minimalist living. It almost sounds like a contradiction, doesn't it? But it's not. And I think sailors and maybe even power boaters, we are the original minimalists. Before minimalism was popular, sailors were doing it. And minimalist doesn't mean cheap ass blah blah blah, okay? It doesn't mean living from paycheck to paycheck, or hey, some of us do anyway, but, well, I do. Wait a minute, I don't even get a paycheck. Oh well, okay. But minimalist living doesn't mean going without, it means going without a bunch of crapola, you know. I got a challenge here for you after this sip. Think about the last 6 months, maybe even a year, maybe not much more than that, that you bought something that you really, really needed. It was going to make your life wonderful. It was going to be so great. Where is it now? I'll bet you 80% of you or more are going to find out that whatever it was that you really needed is sitting on a shelf somewhere or out in the garage someplace. You may not even know what the hell it was or where it was or what you needed it for. Minimalist is having what you need and not a lot of other frivolous stuff around you. You know, if you want a few nice little things, I don't know, a little gotcha thing here or there, hey, fine. But you know, you don't really need it. So living on a boat almost forces you to be a minimalist to a certain extent. I mean, I've been on some boats where, oh my God, there's not an open space for anything. I can't believe the clutter in some of these boats. Hey, keep it clean, keep it simple. You know, if you're out in rough water or a situation happening, you can't be climbing over clutter and whatnot. Just get to what you need. And that's kind of why I'm changing the name to Epicurean. Yeah, I want to have fun. I mean, you know, hey, I smoke decent cigars. Hey, they're not $10 a stick, but they're not $1 a stick either. It's a good blend of cigar. I drink Chevy. I've been a Chivas drinker for a long time. Now I drink other things too. You got to keep puffing on the cigars, you know, or they go out. So I drink reasonably good. I smoke reasonably good. I eat reasonably good. I don't have steak and lobster every night or shrimp every night, but I eat good food. I eat quality food. The things I put on this boat are quality items. For example, my masthead light is from Hella Marine. It was $600 and some. Now I know you can get them for a couple $100, but then I also know people who have gotten the $200 ones and they can't get them to work right. My interior lights are from Hella Marine. They have the highest IP, ingress protection, of anything. They can be submerged indefinitely. Now, if my cabin lights are submerged indefinitely, I got bigger problems than worrying about the LED lights, I can tell you that. But they're a quality item. They're not cheap. You want cheap? Then you're going to have to keep replacing it. And maybe sometimes that's okay too. I don't know. But these were, I don't remember, $100 and some each. But they are really, really nice lights. They're quality lights. I put a new compass on a few years ago. It's a Ritchie. It's a quality item. My radio, Standard Horizon, they're quality items. And maybe your budget is that you can't really afford that top quality, but maybe the whatever it is, minimalism is not about being cheap. It's about being smart with your money, not excessive, and yet, okay, it's enjoying life more with less. By that I mean less stress, less worry, especially us boaters. We're on a boat, for crying out loud. I'm headed south. I'm stopping at little towns all along the way to look at things. Yorktown, Hamptons, Solomons, and then I get to North Carolina, going through Elizabeth, all of those little places. It's fun. That's what this boating is supposed to be about. That's what minimalism is about. And luxury minimalism is not an oxymoron. It's really, it's the way life is. It's what this lifestyle of being on a boat is about. Now, I know there's some of us out there, I'm not rolling in dough by any means. No, I'm not a baker. I don't need dough. No, I'm only kidding. I do need dough. I need greenbacks. But you can do a lot with less if you think about it and really spend the money on the things that you need, that you really enjoy, and try that exercise. Really, come on, try that exercise. Let me know what you come up with, guys. I'd be interested to know. What have you bought in the last 6 months to a year that you don't even know what the hell it is anymore, or where it is, or why you even bought it? Just for the hell of it, But I'm enjoying this lifestyle. It's been a lot of fun. I kind of got hung up here on the Chesapeake Bay for the last year or so because of some family issues I needed to take care of, and family is important. What do you have if you don't have family? You don't have much, right? So I've got the family, and I'm very proud of all of them. But I kind of like you to think about this minimalism and luxury minimalism, that whether you know it or not, if you're on a sailboat in particular, even a trawler or power boat, you're probably a luxury minimalist. You just don't know it yet. Well, until next time, guys, happy and safe boating to you, your family, and friends. Cheers.